You know, there's an old Thai proverb that says, if a gentleman is walking through the check-in desk sideways, he's going to Bangkok.
Hey there, welcome to Motorcycles and Misfits! Coming to you from the Recycle Garage in sunny Santa Cruz, California!
I say,
Sunday!
I say, can you tone it down a little?
In this corner,
Let's get ready to rumble!
on the classy girl couch, it's Miss Emma!
I say, that's awfully loud, Liza.
And her opponent, running the board, Stumpy John!
I don't know what to say.
Hi, everybody.
You could have been a contender.
Heidi ho.
All right, you're hot. And I don't
I know
mean-
I'm hot.
Yeah. Yeah. Also on the Classy Girl couch tonight, it's Scottie.
Tip your waitresses.
By the way, your boobs looks excellent in that shirt.
Thank you.
Yes. Fits all the right places.
They're throwing shadows.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it's sweater weather.
On the other side of the room for me, I guess, my opponent
Yeah!
is Naked Jim.
And I choose for tonight's feat of stupidness, Twister. You and me, it's on.
Which, I'm just
Somebody
curious,
call an ambulance.
which brand of olive oil do you prefer with Twister?
The expensive stuff.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You mean the extra virgin one for Twister, right?
Not for long with he's playing.
And joining us from the COVID corner,
Officiating tonight's event.
it's Bagel.
That's right, getting COVID in the new year.
There you go.
Oh, no.
Well, Bagel,
But I got the Paxlovid, so I'm doing all right.
you're not the only one.
Nope.
No, I had COVID this week too. Yeah, I forgot to tell you, Scottie. Who's making noise?
Somebody's phone.
Emma?
No, my
that
phone
you?
is not within.
Yeah, after we had our great ride on Monday, I went home and had a fever and had COVID.
I'm sorry to hear that.
But,
Feeling good now, though, eh?
yeah, well, like, that was on Monday night. I started getting, like, chills. Jim saw me on Thursday. I had no symptoms. I'd processed everything.
Was that bag of boiled Vietnamese shrimp? That just killed everything.
Yeah, we'll get to it. And then today I had a fully negative test. So it was the quickest COVID I've gone through.
Speed run.
Wow.
Yeah. So glad for that.
Glad to see you.
But yeah, I might as well talk about our New Year's Day ride.
That was so fun.
Live to ride, ride to eat. This is
For some.
our motto. And Scottie, you loved where we rode to eat.
I was in for the adventure and in for the experience, and it was so fun.
Yeah, and so
You were into that plastic bag, I'll tell you that.
We all were.
It's pretty amazing, isn't it?
It was so fabulous, yeah. I don't even know where do we start?
So I thought it would be nice to do a group ride. We actually don't do it that often. Emma, it's been a long time since we've ridden together. So I was like, let's head south and hopefully we can loop Emma in on it. And so Jim and Scottie and I headed down.
And I should point out the New Year's Day was a working day for me.
Yeah, it was.
So I had the shop open, but I knew you were coming down. So I said, give me a holler. Because I wanted no part of lunch. No part of lunch.
That's right.
We gotta figure out a way to even describe the glory of juicy crab.
So as many people may or may not know, I have certain rules to food of the best foods you can get. Number one being any food that comes on a stick is a win with me. Number two, any food that comes in a bucket.
And third, but not least,
That comes in a bag of juice.
What about in a tower?
Oh, towers are good too.
That's next level. Yeah.
Towers are good
That's
too.
next level.
But we went down to a seafood boil where you just get a bag of all the Seabugs that Emma can't stand.
So we showed up to this place, and there's like kids running around on the playing on the floor, and it's awesome. And
It's a family-owned
totally family place.
restaurant where the owner's kids are just running around playing with trucks on the floor.
Yeah, it was super awesome.
Yeah.
And it just put our lives in Liza's hands and said, do with us what you will. We don't know what to order here. And Liza went big.
You just order things by the pound.
So we got
Or pounds.
Yeah.
how much? Like it was pounds of potatoes,
Shrimp,
and
potato,
and
corn,
potatoes.
sausage,
Y'all got those big ass muscles.
mussels.
Those mussels are great, aren't they?
Mussels.
Yep.
A couple pounds of shrimp. Couple
And then
pounds
you
of crab
roll up
legs.
your sleeves, put
Oh,
on
you
a
got king
bib,
crab legs, too.
and
That's right.
dig in like it's your job.
And the rolling up the sleeves is important because stuff is going to drip off of your elbows.
Yep. This
And-
is all the parts that Emma wants nothing to do.
And after 2 a.m. in Las Vegas, this is the happiest I've seen Liza is when she put the bib on. When a meal comes with a bib, her eyes light up like Christmas lights.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the
So-
glove. I used the glove,
yeah.
like the Michael Jackson glove. They just give you one.
And it comes with like all sorts of interesting tools for prying things
what was that
apart.
one called?
Oh, it's called the crab needle.
Oh, the needle. That's right.
Yeah,
Needle, it's crazy looking.
A Filipino knows. They know how to get to a crab leg, man.
Yeah.
So good meal. But then Emma came down and met us, and we went for a nice ride. And I have to say, we've been between storms. It had been raining for a week, a lot of storms. It rained again the next day. But Monday was a perfect day.
It was glorious, wasn't it?
Was.
The sun was out. Weather's in the 70s. It's everything you need for a good ride. And we headed down into Monterey Carmel.
Carmel Valley.
Yeah, Carmel Valley. Just a long, empty road over the mountain through farms and ranches.
Did you go all the way around to
Yeah.
101?
Yeah.
Well-
Well, we went all the way over the mountain down into the valley and then came up River Road.
Oh, okay. You didn't
All
go
the way.
over to
Nope.
Greenfield.
But Emma did get a clean run on Laurel Escrade
Yes.
from stem to stern on Rufus.
Oh, yeah.
You let Rufus run. Let the rhythm run, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. Rufus
And
was very happy.
Laura
There's a new
Lis-
time to beat on.
Laura Grade is is a mountain road that goes from Laguna Seca up into Carmel Valley. And at Laguna Seca, when they have the big events there and they do the test rides, they often take people on Laura Grade Road because it is just a glorious, curvy, beautiful road. And it is so rare to get a clean run, but New Year's Day, we have to make this
And
a
it was
tradition.
clean. No traffic. No stuff on the road. Like it was clean.
And I mean,
Beautiful views.
You basically you're heading west on 68, east on 68. Forgive me. And Laurel Escrade is a turn on the right, and on the left is Laguna Seca. So you're in a line of cars. There's about 7 or 8 cars in front of you, and you're like, don't turn off on Laurel Escrade. Don't turn off on Laurel Escrade. And not a single one did. I'm like, ooh, it's going to be great. I just went for it.
Yes, you slowly but surely went out of sight.
I think I
maybe
once
not
had
so
like
slowly.
a 7/8 clean run, and that was memorable.
So Emma, you rode Rufus. Scottie, you rode the Husky.
My vit peeling.
The Husky. You rode
Africa Twin.
Africa Twin. You rode
The abomination.
the Abomination of Desolation.
Let me tell you something, Emma. You were riding up front, and then you were gone. And I was on comms with Jim. And I'm like, she's in the zone.
Oh, yeah.
And I've experienced it before when you are so in the zone and it just clicks. Is that what it was like for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's. I'm the first to admit Rufus is hard work. You know, he needs to lose 100 pounds. But I've yet to experience a bike that tracks as straight as Rufus. The thing is with that generation of superbike, you absolutely have to know where you want to go. So if you're approaching a corner, and it's not just Rufus, VFRs, early Fireblades, the really early CBRs, the Hurricanes, you really have to target fixate.
Pick your line.
And you
well.
say, I'm going there. And the bike will take you. And if you deviate off that line, it will kill you instantly. It absolutely will kill you instantly. And it's this constant battle that makes it so worthwhile. And I've been riding Rufus a long time, and I'm quick on him.
You look like you were having a good time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you were
you,
there.
Lovely
you were
time.
you were in the zone and just took off. And
Carmel Valley was nice too because they paved a bunch of it.
Yeah,
That's one of
they
the
have.
one of the reasons I took the Africa Twin is that road's normally is always so beat up, but
it's
they
in good
paved
shape,
big
yeah.
old sections of it. It's cool, man. It's a beautiful ride.
And
you get
you
to
know-
see a lot of the geology of like the San Andreas Fault and stuff.
I kind of feel sorry that we always miss the mark with our bikes because if you remember right on the 4th of July ride,
Oh, I know what you're referencing.
you were on the big Suzuki.
Yes.
And I took the Super Glide.
And,
God,
yeah.
I wish I'd have been
I
on
know.
first because we'd have had a lot more fun that day.
Well, anyway, there was a time me, you, and Henry were on the one with the sport bikes, and we lit it up. But
And, maybe we need to avoid behavior like that.
oh no, we need to get back to that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's why I took the Africa Twin because I thought the road was going to be all beat up, but it was
Yeah, I
nice.
know.
And the weather was nice. Yeah,
Well, that's why you were on the 3-wheeler too, right?
yeah, well, I was on the 3-wheeler
On the
because a lot of parts of Carmel Valley Road are tree covered, and I was like, if there's wet leaves on the road and I'm riding anything but the Niken, I'll kick myself because that's what this is made for. And there was one point where I did get a little slippage. I remember going, oh,
No, I saw the
Yeah, it
back
was
step
wet.
out.
no, the whole bike, a little bit.
Okay.
Because I was feeling very confident and going into the corners well. I mean, it didn't falter, but still, I pucker when I feel the bike kind of slide out a bit, but
But
it held it.
I got to tell you, I spent some time immediately behind you. And I like the Nikon. I like it a lot. I like it for its goofiness. The whole concept of it is great. But when you follow it, particularly down a twisty road, it just looks so broken. Because you can't get any kind of fix on where the front is in relation to the back, and all the angles are wrong, and everything's doing everything wrong, and things are going up that are going down, and it looks broken.
sometimes I think that there's another motorcycle in front of you or something. Like there's something else in front of you because there is.
Yeah, it was funny to see from the back. You can see sunlight on the road in between the two front tires.
Yeah. So good ride. Just another
Day in paradise.
Really, exactly. Just fortunate to have the roads that we do, but I like that. Just getting the empty roads on New Year's Day. That might
Yeah.
Seabugs and Carmel Valley Road
Well,
might need to be a tradition.
I have a bug story on that road, that very road. So probably a couple of months ago, me and my dear friend McCarthy did exactly the same run, but in reverse. We took River Road, and then we came back Carmel Valley Road. But we actually went a little bit further. We actually had lunch in King City. But between the Carmel Valley Road turnoff in King City, we're on just this country road. And I saw something in the road, and I'm like, that's not real. So I stopped and turned around, and it was a fucking tarantula as big as my hand.
we encountered that before.
As big as my hand.
Kidding.
And of course, McCarthy thought it was the funniest thing because he said, look, if that was a kitten, similar size, similar weight, similar color,
Similar fur.
Yeah, you'd pick it up and put it down your jacket and take it home. But just because it's got more legs and more arms.
Bangs.
This feels like a parallel to the.
I'd
Yeah.
still pick them up and get them off the road.
Oh, God, no, I was terrified.
No, there's nothing to be afraid of.
Oh, there's plenty to be afraid of. I mean,
They're fast. They can run.
Oh,
you
this
don't need to
guy-
be touching no spider. They can
I've
run.
picked them up before.
They don't bite you, do they?
No.
Fangs,
No.
dude. They got fangs.
They could,
furry.
but
and I was very knowledgeable about he was of the big Humpty stripy back bastard variety.
well, so yeah, good day on Monday, and then I got sick and had to sit home. But now I'm back just in time for today's garage day. Today was a doozy for a couple reasons. I thought it would be again a nice slow day. There were two things I was looking forward to. Working on Jim's bike, which I've gotten kind of
Yes.
stoked about because he brought his Ascot over, and we worked on it a bit this week, and we're planning stuff out and using cardboard to kind of mock up some trays to build out of
Oh yes, CAD, cardboard aided design.
sheet metal, and I love that kind of design and figuring stuff out and telling him build you can do 5 different versions. Doesn't matter, it's cardboard, but you can figure it all out here on the cardboard and then get into the sheet metal. And so I got my juices going about customizing again. I've been thinking about that bike and looking at pictures, and I'm ready. So excited to work on that, but Jim bailed.
I told you I did not bail. I showed up. I dropped off the
know.
engine, some
did.
parts. We chatted a bit. We're still in the strategizing phase.
I know.
We're strategizing at the moment. It's very important.
Is there an Ascot in here?
But then I went and got tattooed.
No.
So I feel like getting tattooed is a good excuse.
Oh, you got a tat today?
Yeah.
But you know,
But then I came back and we did a little more strategizing.
and the thing is, and I want to bring this up because I know a lot of people have got projects at home that maybe they're a little frustrated with. Don't get to the stage where you can't see the wood for the trees. You really got frustrated and bogged down, and you're actually far closer to home than you think.
Yeah, I got to the point where I just didn't know what to do. Like, it all seems so simple until you start to do the first step, and then
Right.
yeah.
And you were like, God, will this? And you're really far closer than you think. Far closer than you think. I think we can bring that bike home in a couple of months. Easy.
That would be all. Yeah.
So here, I want to share my opinion, and I'm going to say for custom bike building, we're getting into a territory. There isn't a right and wrong answer. It's what
Right.
works for you, right? So knowing that Jim had kind of run out of steam, and I've been there before, and that's why bring it over. You get more people interested and more steam added to it. My advice is he's got a lot of different ideas and things he wants to do on it. My advice was, you know what? Put a bunch of stock things back on. He wants to replace the headlight and the instrument cluster. I'm like,
Yes.
throw the stock stuff on for now. He wants to get the engine painted or powder coated or stripped or polished. He's not sure. I'm like, doesn't matter. Throw it back in for now. My recommendation is break it down into smaller projects, right? So right now, focus on the body work, the seat,
Right.
the making it function, get all
Right.
the electrical relocated. That's your project now. Put it together. And then next winter, pull off the front end and figure out how to do new, instrument cluster and headlight. When you're done, put it together. Next winter, pull the engine out, decide what you want to do with that. So my advice is break it down into smaller projects rather than one giant goal, because that can be overwhelming.
There is a value in doing it as one giant goal because you can build one holistic.
That's why I said there is not a
yeah,
right or wrong
yeah.
answer. Everyone has what works for them.
Sure.
Well, I hear what you're saying, and here's kind of where I'm at on it. My own kind of.
Yeah.
So it was a stock Ascot. I ruined it and cut it up and cut all the pieces off of it. And then I have a vision base. It's a flat tracker. If I had a picture convenient, or you have a picture of it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you have a picture, and that is a great thing.
Right. So, but anyway, so I did actually cut all the stuff off it. Do the tank and the seat and the bars and all that, and got the engine back in it, and it ran. I rode it home from the garage. So it was a kind of functioning motorcycle before, but the way I had put it together was kind of like proof of concept stuff. Like, I'm going to put it together, see if it actually can work and stuff, and then go figure it out again. So I took it back and I disassembled it pretty much all again. So it's a rolling chassis right now, just the wheels, frame, and handlebars and foot pegs. And I think I'm at the point where I know what I want to do with it, and I'm just going to kind of move ahead a little more aggressively than what you're thinking about. So what I'm thinking at this point is just start by cleaning up the frame, like all the shitty welds, and I might redo a couple of welds that support the seat. Clean that up, paint it, get it nice and clean.
Before you cut stuff off, you have to have the exhaust figured out, because a lot of people cut off the rear peg supports.
Mm-hmm.
That is also an exhaust support.
Yeah, no, I'm good there.
And when I say people, I mean I've done that.
Yeah, no, I'm just cleaning.
Yeah.
I'm just cleaning up shitty welds and stuff now, and it's not
Yeah.
too much of that. Really, is all I'm doing. Then once that's done, I'm going to go ahead and get the battery. And for the wiring, and I'm sure this is a great topic to debate maybe another time, is I'm going to do the Moto Gadget thing, which I know is expensive, and I know it's not stock. And I've thought about the money aspect of this also, and we can talk about that if you want as well, because I know that's a whole.
Well, do you have a budget for this, or
not really? I just want to have more of an idea of what I want to do. So I know it's going to cost me money. I'm not going to get the money back that I invest into this bike.
But
That's not the purpose.
That doesn't matter.
It's not the purpose. It's a feeling that I want to get out of this bike. But I also don't want to be foolish about it. So I know, and that's a lot of a gray area. But for example, I think the Moto Gadget, for example, might be kind of fun to do, like a fun project to actually check that out. It'll make it much cleaner, and then I'll just go that direction. And yeah, it's money. But with the nicer accessories, like the nicer headlights and the switches and the on and off stuff, and kind of utilize that to a certain extent, but still keep the way the bike looks rough and tough flat track.
The thing is with the Moto Gadget, I think it's going to work well for you because it makes things very, very easy.
Explain what Moto Gadget is.
This is the M unit from Moto Gadget, right?
I can't even explain it.
So basically,
I don't understand wiring on a good day. So
an M. To simplify it, an M unit from Moto Gadget is like it's basically a bus unit for your bike.
It's like a fuse box is when you say a bus unit.
Yes, it's basically shunted fuses.
Yeah,
and everything
plugs to the wiring harness. The stock
it
one?
is the wiring harness.
Oh, it is the wiring harness.
Because when you buy the kit, you get the M unit itself, which is actually the shunted bus unit. And a bunch of wires and very, very specific instructions. This wire goes from your tail light to this junction on the M unit. This wire goes to this wire goes to this wire goes to this. And they make it very, very easy.
And if I understand it, like
There's
if
so
you
much value in just making it easy.
if I push a turn signal, basically it's just sending a signal to that magic box, which then puts the power out from the box.
Exactly.
Right?
So
Okay.
it contains a lot of things. It contains fuses, circuit breakers. It's got a rudimentary CAN bus system in it. It's got a flasher unit in it. It's got pretty much everything you need that would clutter up your bike is actually contained within this electronic
And it's like the
unit.
size of a deck of cards, right?
Yeah, but about the size of a packet of cigarettes.
So what is
Yeah.
what does something like that cost?
Well, you can spend as much or as little. A basic
Like
M unit.
$500 to $600. I
That's
would
it?
say.
I
Oh,
think
that's not that crazy.
It's $500 entry, and you can go bananas.
How much is a wiring harness anyway?
Well, I want. Oh,
The
wiring
one
harness
I
is
got for
probably
my
cheap.
SV recently was I got 2 used wiring harnesses for $160.
I should fucking go get my wiring harness. I brought it with me, and you just show you it. It's like, well, you know what a wiring harness is
like
like.
rat's nest.
Yeah.
But you know the two things that strike fear the most, I think, into novice mechanics' hearts is carburation and wiring, and it's
For me, wiring by far.
wiring in particular.
Yeah, carburation is one thing, but yeah.
You know, and wiring, it's very, very easy to get bogged down with wiring. But I mean, basically, if you think of wiring like a marshalling yard, a shunting yard for a locomotive, I mean, the lines are the wires themselves, and then the currents, the train. Where do you want your train to go?
Yeah.
You know, and you have a little switch or a little relay, and it's like a set of points.
Yeah.
It'll either go left or right.
Yeah.
And but once you get into like pulse generators, you know, what sort of output should you have off a pulse generator? What is the exact resistance for a specific component? So, you know, if you get a bike in with no spark, you really know, you know, you need to know. And then you get some weird stuff come in. I recently, funnily enough, on New Year's Day, the job I was working on when I broke and rode with you guys.
That black sport bike thing?
Yeah, I had a Gixxer in with no spark. Fix that. But that was a harness issue, and he really needed a harness. Nobody's got a harness for a 20-year-old Suzuki S-Rad. So I basically stripped back the part of the harness that was bad, and it was bad, and just, you know, spliced in all the new stuff, soldered it, got him down the road. for.
So what's your goal for the Ascot? Is it to show it, to ride it, to sell it?
It's just to ride it and have it look cool. But at the end of the day, I think I would like it to be. I want it to be bitchin' in the sense that it's safe to ride.
Yes.
It's mechanically sound. And if I wanted to take it out on a flat track one day, I could actually do it with the confidence knowing it's sorted out to do that. Now, I probably would never do that. But at the end of the day, if I could ride it from here down to Moto Talbot and back, that would be awesome.
John,
and you're in the right place because we can get you there.
Right.
And we're going to
so.
get you there.
I think so.
and I want to remind John, I'm sure you know this, but remind a lot of people. A lot of these bike projects aren't about the finished product. It's about the journey along the way and everything. You're challenging yourself and learning as you're doing it.
I love a good puzzle.
Well,
Yeah.
but I mean, we've talked about this before on the podcast. I mean, his Honda FT 500 Ascot produces 38 horsepower, but that's Honda horsepower. When you build a bike and you ride your own bike, and this is horsepower you've made, it's an entirely different feeling.
Yeah.
Riding a bike that you've built, especially a bike that you've built from scratch.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I got a taste of it riding it back from from back home from here. It had the Super Trap exhaust on it, so it was sounding good. It's
Exactly.
That's well, it's
And
an
this
XL
is-
500 motor, right? Yeah.
Right, and this is a bike that you've built, and that's why I love Rufus so much, because I got Rufus whole, but Rufus had to be broken down into every component.
Well, and I'm stoked that Liza let me bring it down here and get some momentum going. Like I was telling Liza, I could use her help fabricating. I'm going to redo kind of the seat brackets, make them a little burlier,
Right.
and then finish off the rear a little bit cleaner. But having you help me with the vision, Liza helped me with welding and fabricating stuff. It's nice to be able to bring it down to the garage and get some momentum going.
Right. It's going to be a great project.
Yeah.
And it's in the right spot. It really is.
The other thing that we're working on is where to put the battery. And so I think I have an answer for you, Jim, because we were trying to build this pan underneath the seat. And I was thinking like my tracker, where I removed all the electrics and to have it all shoved up under the seat. So I have this little narrow tray, but nothing underneath. But we realized your bike has the carb and the
pop
filters
filter.
are going to be occupying a bunch
bit
of
there,
that
yeah.
space. But you were also talking about putting like number plate on the side, right? So rather than just having the seat and nothing below it, if you're putting a number plate on the side, that will hide the battery box. So we can have the battery box drop down in the middle of the seat area.
Okay.
Because it's going to be behind. So we need to
So
know
just figure out where the number
where the number plates are going to
go.
go, and then we can build a battery box that comes down.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, here's another idea for you. You're putting those YSS shocks on it,
Yes.
which I believe are a little taller.
Okay.
So if they're taller and we need to measure the clearance, you could actually, you've got plenty of room in your seat bump.
In the tail,
Oh, in the very
if
back.
you have taller. So
okay.
If you have taller shocks.
Okay.
So, and that's going to be super easy because what you're going to do is you're going to do a flat tray where you cut the frame off behind the shocks. You're going to do a flat tray that sits flat and then kicks up at the back and then mimics
Oh, and then we'll
the shape of the underneath of the tail bump.
So then you would put the battery up there, bring the wires under there, and
There
then
you go.
the magic thing would go somewhere up in the
Well,
front.
the gadget is small enough that you could probably hide it under the tank.
Oh,
Well,
really?
no, we can
Okay.
still build we can just build a very shallow tray under the seat.
Right.
I was doing a bunch of rewiring and putting a battery in on my XR650L, and one of the things that really helped me out was just unplugging all of the stuff that I had to relocate, so that I had a series of little bricks and boxes, and I could figure out how to Jenga these things in or how to
Because
Tetris that stuff together.
you still need a starter solenoid, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So,
Well, and this is one of the hurdles we've got to overcome because just by chance, your bike has a very complex starting system. The only bike that's got a more complex starting system than yours is a Suzuki Savage.
I was going to say a Vincent Black Shadow.
No,
Because I know it's got the starter that sits kind of right on top
Right.
of the engine case.
but there's a lot of things happen when you press that button. And Honda had to make a lot of things happen because the early Ascots are derived from the XL 500, which is a dirt bike. It's kickstart only. And XL500's a nasty little trick. And what had happened was you'd kickstart them and they'd cough and spit back through the intake, and it'd slam the carburetor slide all the way up and break the top off the carburetor. And that's what they used to do quite regularly. And I mean, we had to do that under warranty. They've kind of, this is their little trick. So, of course, the early Ascots did that as well. The big problem was they'd do that when you were cranking it. So it'd smash the top of the carburetor and then dump a load of hot fuel over the top of the starter motor and set itself on fire. So they needed to cure that quite quickly.
You know what might look good on that bike? A nice little fire extinguisher strapped to the side.
Right.
Well, by the time yours came along, they'd fixed it, but they fixed it by putting a lot of retardation devices in the starting system. Suzuki saw they were going to have exactly the same problem with the Savage, the 650 single. When you press the start button on a Savage, you don't hear the starter go, you hear clunk, clunk, clunk as all the devices, and then it'll start. The decompressor goes off, then you get the ignition retard go off, and then there's the anti-backfire device, and then it'll start. It's very complex. And yours has got a simplified version of that, so we need to overcome that.
Okay.
But we can do it.
Okay. I think it's apples and oranges, but because I got a new Mikuni carburetor for it, but that's not the issue. The issue is just the sequencing of
sequencing of the starting to actually get the thing to crank.
You can't bypass any of that shit.
Yeah, I mean, you probably can with a Mikuni.
Okay. Okay.
You know,
something to figure out. Yeah, well, that's good. But at least now I have direction.
Yeah, exactly.
That's where I was
and
stuck.
I mean,
was just like I didn't know what to do.
I tell you what's going to happen I gave you a couple of ideas for the engine. I think when we make that happen and get the engine bolted in the frame to stay this time, that's going to be a major point, because it's going to stop looking like a bicycle and actually start looking like a motorbike.
And then, and just maybe in a nutshell, or maybe another conversation again, prepping for paint. So I painted the thing, I stripped all the paint off of it, more or less. It's almost clean. So how do you go about painting an engine once it's out?
Well, don't overthink it. I mean, you need a good substrate for the paint to bite into. Right. So you can just really scuff it up with a Scotch-Brite pad if you're going the same color, which I think we decided you are. The biggest problem...
I want to veto that vote.
Really?
Which is the
gunmetal gray.
You were going back to silver is the best color.
Well, his inspiration pick, it is painted gunmetal gray, and I think that is a really cool look. This one?
It is a cool look, but you didn't hear my idea, and Jim liked it.
I like the idea, and
So my idea is do the engine in satin black and all the fasteners in polished stainless steel, and I think it'll look like $1 million. And the thing is, we can bring that home a lot easier than that.
I was going to say it'd be a lot. It'll hide a lot. There's a lot of imperfections in my.
You wait until you see my satin black engine with stainless steel.
Plus, I just spent.
It's going to look like
gray.
I spent like 2 full days cleaning gunmetal gray off that engine in the last 48 hours.
But the big thing about painting an engine.
But is there more prep? Other than scuffing it? There's got to be other magic shit you do to it.
Well, I mean, there is. I mean, you've got to degrease it, because engines do tend to have oil mist all over them, and of course, anything that faces front on a motorcycle, unless you live in the desert, is going to have a degree of corrosion on it. You've got to scrub all that shit off, because it'll look terrible.
I've cleaned the shit out of this thing.
Basically, you're painting over, scabs.
Yeah,
so you want all that gone. But yeah, you've got to, if the engine's shiny like yours, you've got to knock that shine off. But these days, there's so many great engine paints out there.
Hey, Emma, what do you think about the crinkle paints that they use on Harleys? That was another suggestion I had.
Yeah.
I like crinkle paint, and it's funny, if you ever see all of those big old 70s 4-cylinder bikes I restore, I always do the instrument pack in crinkle, no matter what it is, because I like it. I think it looks like $1 million, and especially on that XS 1100 was a great example. I did the buckets for the speedo and the tack, and the idiot lights in crinkle. And then I used stainless chrome fasteners,
'Cause
sold it together, and it looked great.
It's a good thick paint, and it hides a lot
Hides
of.
a lot of sins.
Yep.
But it holds a lot of dirt. It looks great for like a month. And on an engine, as nice as it is, next time you see a Harley with a crinkle engine, really take a gander at it. You'll say, man, that engine looks dirty, because it holds the dirt. And you really need a good cleaner. I like a nice smooth finish. You've got gloss, which is great, but you really need to be on the ball with gloss. You got matte, and matte's a good finish, but my favourite's that satin.
It's a good balance.
That's
like a black satin.
Yeah, satin black. It's a very classy finish.
Maybe we should try something new. I don't think anyone's done this yet. Maybe we should go visit the home decor trends of the 90s. We could look at the cheesecloth.
Yes.
Or have you used the ribbed sock painting? You ribbed end of the sock wrapped around your hand and you pat it. There's a lot of pretty
could do
cool
leaves,
techniques.
like
We could
the
do
leaf
rib
sock.
sock.
I mean, I have a question for you, Jim.
yes.
So, the bike's basically going to be quite a bright colour, isn't it? Are you still doing it in the same squadron as your daughter's?
Yeah, so the bike's going to be a combination of gray and red, really.
So bright colour, so you can get away
And
with a
black
dark
now.
engine.
Gray, red, and, black, yeah.
Yeah, you can get away with a dark engine. You know, if the bike was going to be a very, very dark colour, if it was going to be like a dark gunmetal grey or a burgundy or a midnight blue, you'd want a brighter engine because everything would look just so impressive.
I think, yeah.
And I mean, Husqvarna know this. So if you look at Scottie's Husky, it's very, very dark. But they know it, so they give it this just crazy-ass lime green stripe to really break it up. And without it, as good a styling bike as it is, it would look so ordinary without that
It'd be pretty
stripe.
boring. This reminds me a lot of some discussions we used to have when I was designing consumer goods, and that's that if you make something black, it's always just going to be accepted and look normal. If you make it anything other than black, it has a lot of potential to look really weird. But black is never questioned.
Right.
So,
Well, I think the black covers up a lot of imperfections, which will be... Anyway,
I think the black's going to be good. We can have a little bit of fun with it. We'll use the stainless steel fasteners. We can really highlight the edge of the fins, get the old file on that, and really bring them out, and just really jolly it up. Make sure that the valve inspection caps are polished to within an inch of their life, and I'll show you how to
For
do
those
that.
edges of the fins and the polished inspection caps, things like that, how do you keep them from corroding?
They just file them. There's nothing special about it. Just file them. Just keep a bastard file handy, and when they start getting scabby, file them off.
My go-to is Bow Shield T9. I've used that for an engine corrosion.
Ooh.
Okay.
Well, and the other thing we were talking about
I've
today, I always forget the term.
What's that, Bagel?
I was going to say that there's also Gibbs penetrating oil that's really good at preserving bare metal.
Yeah.
What else is that used for?
Yes, what else do you use that for, Bagel?
Oh,
When you're all
That's the
alone
only
in
thing I
your
know
bed
it's
at
used
night.
for, but
getting stuff
but it's used
nuts
for
off.
like when people polish their trailers or
I thought you were going to say when
Trailer
people.
hitch.
I thought you were going to say when people polish their trousers.
Well,
And
I
where
don't know if it's
exactly-
recommended for that use.
Bagel, where exactly can you buy that besides Spanky's House of Fun?
No, I mean
Frenchie's carries
this
it
is
too.
a real product. It's called Gibbs penetrating oil.
Oh,
Gibbs.
my bad.
This is not on Moto Bandito. Like, this is a real thing. Seriously.
I was going to say, I can't...
Gibbs Cornhusker oil.
Yeah, likewise, Bow Shield was developed by Boeing. That's why it's called that.
Yeah.
It's
to
good
know.
for preventing corrosion.
But
of
but
exposed
in
metal
answer
surfaces.
in answer to the edges of the fins, the thing is you're not dealing with a great deal of real estate. If you've got a large engine case, if you've got a primary case that holds the clutch, you've got a timing chest, it's quite a big piece. You want to keep that polished. So it's worth putting on penetrating oil. It's worth putting on stuff that's going to preserve the shine. I remember years and years ago, there was this stuff called Zoop Seal, made in Southern California, and it was meant to just to wipe on for polished aluminium, and it gets into the pores. It keeps everything just bright, bright, bright. And it seems to have gone by the wayside. And it keeps it every now and then, I say, oh, it's been reinvented and it's better than ever. But it seems to have lost a bit of favour. But the thing is, when you're dealing with the edge of the fins, they're so small. You're dealing with something that's a couple of mil tall.
Mm-hmm.
Don't overthink it.
Well, and the other
just
thing,
like block them off.
And kind of pivoting from the engine, being this popping silver is I can't remember the phrase we were talking about earlier, where you draw your eye to a certain place or to.
Okay, it's a French term, and it's one of those things that's very, very easy to say and incredibly difficult to spell. It's called trompe l'œil.
Trompe l'œil.
And it's actually 3 words. It is trompe, Trompe, which is trick. L apostrophe OLEIOUL. However,
just add some vowels.
Add some vowels, as the French do. Trick of the eye.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something I employ an awful lot, is when you are looking at something, if you've got something ugly, oftentimes if you, rather than try and hide it, put something pretty next to it. And as people, without trying to get into the psychology of us, we're drawn to beauty. We're always drawn to beauty. So if you've got a bike with an ugly-ass carburetor, make sure that the cylinder's really pretty. Because when people look at it, they're not going to look at the carburetor and say, that is an ugly-ass carburetor. They're going, God, look at the shape of that cylinder.
Put a really cool air cleaner on it.
Yeah. So in that vein, what I'm thinking is the engine will be clean. It'll be black. We'll have popping little fasteners on it, stainless, Allen head fasteners, so it'll pop there. But then draw people's eye to, like, the gas tank. I can make the gas tank something really fucking cool. Make sure, the other thing in my mind is
You already have gold wheels and gold handlebars.
It's got gold wheels and handlebars.
You already have.
And then I think make it look like a well-built race, not race ready, but kind of race ready looking flat track bike. I think, and then the engine will just be cool, but draw people's eye to other parts of the bike.
Yeah. Right. And you've got an advantage because you're emulating a style of bike that's used for racing. And racing bikes often don't have a great deal of continuity of colours, of shapes. They're purposeful-looking bikes. So you have a certain amount of liberty. If you build cafe racer bikes or you build classic bikes, there's certain formula you've really got to stick with. You've really got to watch the proportions. You've got to watch the colours you use. You've really got to watch the composition of the bike. And I think with your FT, because we're nodding to this flat track image, you're going to have a lot more leeway with this, and it's going to look absolutely bitchy.
And I think it'd be a lot of fun for everyone to help, like, figure out the tank design, right? Like how we want to paint the tank, and then also the number plate. I think gives a lot of opportunity for some cool looking stuff.
Well, I think the number plate will be. It'd be kind of cool if you have a number on there, but it'd also be kind of cool if you do the old hot rod thing where you put a load of stickers of like hot cams and this exhaust and this suspension, so it's almost like you have all your sponsors on the number plate.
We just have to have it in U.S. Navy related. Yeah. That's the only thing,
right?
Well, Jim, I want to say you are not the only one with a renewed energy,
vigor
in a project. In fact, Stumpy John,
yes,
you had kind of renewed faith today, didn't you?
Yeah, I just needed some money. So I finally fitted the rebuilt carburetor onto the DRZ.
Oh, it came back.
Yeah.
Oh, right on.
Now, explain this again. This is like this 13-year-old girl in Kansas who cleans carbs?
Exactly.
That's cool.
No, and actually, this is a new one on me because I didn't realize Cayenne offered their own carburetor.
They do, yeah.
Yeah, which is great. So the idea is you pull a Cayenne, box it up,
send it to them,
and they send it to you
where?
back.
Yeah, it's Michigan.
Okay, Michigan.
And they sort it out, huh?
They sort it out. Yeah.
Michigan
and
does it and send it back.
It's cleaned. It looks brand new.
Yeah, it looks brand new.
New hoses, like it looks.
Yeah, it's worth every penny.
Right
worth every
on.
penny. So,
well, I mean, these days, a Pumper CR. Funnily enough, I looked one up for a customer yesterday. No, Friday. and a new bumper carb is $1,300.
Yeah, they're expensive.
Whoa.
That's what they run right now.
That's right.
This is the same bumper carb you had on it previously,
Yeah, same
right?
carb.
So when we were doing the like real slow, weird stuff out in the desert,
kept dying.
It kept dying, and we were talking about it maybe being the fault or maybe not the fault, but an aspect of the bumper carb.
Yep.
You're putting the same one back on because that's not your favorite kind of riding.
No, I'm putting the same one on because it's been sorted and hopefully it's going to be better.
Okay.
Well, but here's one of the advantages of sending it back to. Oh, there's a cat. Oh, is that Faye?
That's Faye.
There's a cat named Faye.
Faye. Meow. That is a noisy cat. So, one of the advantages of actually going back to Cahin, if you're presented with a carburetor, say, okay, you go into a bike shop, my bike doesn't idle or whatever. All I can basically do is clean out the carburetor as much as I can, set the jets up as they should be set up the air screws, set up everything, and send you on your merry way. If you send it back to Cahin, they have got the absolute latest specs for what makes them run good because everything's being developed. And the truth is, that might not even be your carb body. That might be somebody else's carb.
They might have swapped it, yeah.
This is the latest carb spec, and we improved the idle circuit, and here's a carburetor with the improved idle circuit, and so you get that, and in the meantime, now your carb body is on, the 13-year-old girl's bench, and she's drilling out the new specs for the idle circuit, and it'll go on the next guy's carburetor.
Yep.
And it's under constant development, so you're getting the absolute up-to-the-minute stuff. I think it's absolutely splendid service.
Great. It started right up, too.
Yeah, that was exciting.
Oh,
When you put
nice.
it on, it
Congratulations.
started right up.
And I saw you
feeling.
took off like a bullet from a gun.
Yeah, you were following me, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was on a CHAT, but nevertheless, you took off like a bullet
Yeah,
from
I'm
a
excited.
gun.
I'm excited for the desert.
So I was not as excited about my project today.
Tires.
Womp, womp, womp.
I hate changing tires. And Emma is always just one to get down on the ground and just like get down there with a couple spoons and whack, 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 and can do it. So I've been buying like every gimmick, every tool the cat wants out. You got that, Jim?
So did your new thing that you bought come in?
I bought the Rabaconda street tire changer. It's about $600. So big investment.
Does it show up yet?
It
Showed up.
And I was like, I'm ready to get into it. So first up was the Triumph Scrambler. I had the tires and tubes here ready to go. And take off the front because, it's the easiest to start on. And we had listener Josh came by this morning.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Quickly put him to work.
New Jersey
Hey,
Josh.
listener Josh.
Yeah, hi, Josh.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Quickly put him to work, helped me assemble the whole thing. We set it up, go to put the tire on, and the axle's too big for my wheel. So it turns out that the Triumph Scrambler wheel has a dirt bike size axle.
So we need to make a new stump for your Rabaconda.
It doesn't come with that. No.
Unfortunately, I had a look at that, and I think there are so many components that are dependent on the diameter of that axle.
So the
Wouldn't
axle that goes onto the machine that then the whole ratcheting assembly attaches to. So you can't put a smaller one on because that ratcheting assembly goes on. So it didn't work. So then I was down to, I got to get this done and use spoons, but it was a cold day and managed to get the old tire off and just had a bunch of people around helping. Time to put the new tire and new tube in. But hide now on, it was really stiff, really hard. So I had Jason and Henry helping me, and I pulled out the Baja No Pinch tool.
And what did it do?
Another, gadget that I've bought. The whole point of the No Pinch tool is that it will slide the tire on. You can move it around slowly, using this lever to push the tire rather than use spoons, so you don't risk pinching the tube.
And it's neat because it just pushes the tire radially instead of like levering it around the rim bead.
And so Jason had never tried one, so I'm like, well, great. You get to try this gadget out. And as we're going around and the tire's getting stiffer and stiffer and stiffer, Henry and I are using like spoons to push it down into the center of the rim so it has as much play as possible. And he's going around and the whole gear assembly kept getting kind of stuck, or it'd slip, or then it gets stuck. So you have to like adjust the tension just right. But it was like really, really hard. And so he just grabbed a spoon and stuck it in there and popped it over.
Popped it over, huh?
Popped it over. He said, I've never popped a tube before, ever. He's used to using spoons. He was getting frustrated because once you needed that added leverage, the Baja toolkit was just really grinding the gears and slipping and just getting frustrating. So we popped it on. I go to put air in.
That sucks. I hate when that happens.
I can relate. I have similar stories.
And so I was really frustrated because I spent a lot of money buying all these tools and tricks and gizmos.
So here's what's going to happen. Once again, when we do the Misfits Rally, I'm going to give a lesson on tires.
Well, no. Hold on.
I'll be there. I'll be there.
I haven't not used the Rabaconda yet, so hopefully the rear wheel.
No, I think the rear wheel you're going to do quite well.
So I can try that out. It's supposed to make it a lot easier. But what it doesn't do for you is feed that tube up into that tire. And those tires were so stiff and cold today. I mean, I had just a hard time just getting the tube up into the tire.
And even if you have a hydraulic pneumatic machine like I do,
you still have to get that done by hand.
I always, if I get a couple of stiff wall tires in, I'll do my best to leave them in the sun or leave them in the windshield of the truck just to warm them up enough, because cold tires are just grim.
Yeah, this one was really hard. So next week, now I still got to, I just put the wheel back on with a flat tire so I could park the bike. Next week, I'm going to pull the wheel off and put it next to the heater and heat it up, and then try and replace it.
And I cut it in half, put it in your microwave.
Yeah. No, and I believe that Heidenau tires are made from recycled East German concrete. Probably from bunkers left over from the Cold War.
So not ready to review yet, but it's still, there are things that are hard to do, even with all these gadgets.
So getting the road or the sport bike version of the Rabaconda, did it just come with a larger spindly thing?
No,
and the dirt bike would come with a smaller one?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think, but no, not all dirt bike.
Well, I was wondering with the no pinch tool thingy too, if that's more meant for dirt bike tires rather than street tires.
I think it'll work on anything, because the Baja no pinch tool, I ordered all of the different, basically the axles that go down into the wheel that then it levers off of. So I have all the different sizes.
I remember I used the Baja
no
no pinch tool on a sport bike once.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it should work on anything. It was just a frustrating day, and then to make it more frustrating, we had a shitload of people show up today.
It was a party when I came by this afternoon.
It was. I was calling it the family reunion. Megan and Jason and the boys, and Kat and Justin were here, and Knock and Douglas, and
Justin was rocking that mullet too.
Henry, and a couple of new people. And then
Justin ain't got a mullet; it's a pompadour. I mean, you see the height on that thing?
The porn stash.
And he's got the porn stash. Oh my god!
And then we had multiple gear drop-offs today. Multiple gear drop-offs today.
Who dropped off gear?
Got another pair of chaps. God damn it! As soon as I get rid of chaps, another one shows up.
Are they arseless chaps?
Oh, they're
all
always
chaps
arseless.
are arseless.
And meanwhile, Emma not able to help me at all because she was stuck working on a little Honda scooter all day.
Well, it wasn't entirely all day, but we devoted quite a bit of time to it, and very, very low mileage bike. Very low mileage bike. Only done, I think,
Like 800 miles.
800 miles from new. And quite severe running problems related to distance and throttle opening and load on the engine. And I quickly concluded, it's starving for fuel.
And it had already been to a shop who tried to make repairs.
3 times.
How old is it? Is it old?
Supposedly it's a 2005. She said it's 2005,
So it's sat for a while?
I think it's older.
Yeah, so it's sat for a while.
Metropolitan, or what is it?
No, it's an Elite 80.
Elite 80.
Oh, okay.
I thought they'd finished
It was tiny.
in the 90s.
It was tiny.
I mean, it's unchanged. It's an unchanged since 87.
Do they have a steel fuel tank?
Yes.
Have you looked inside the fuel tank to see what it looks like inside there?
Yeah. No. I figured out what was wrong with it.
What
was it?
okay.
It was basically we had to go back to complete basics. And obviously I made sure that the fuel tank was venting and that the petcock was petcocking. And
Well, it had the petcock replaced.
it had
the car
it
cleaned.
had the carburetor replaced. And the carburetor had been replaced very, very early on. I think that was the very first repair that was done on it because it had been sitting. So anyway, we went through all of these things. And the carburetor, for whatever reason, the carburetor came last just because they are such a little swine to get to. There's 2 nuts that hold the carburetor on this elongated intake, and there's no room to get them off. And the only way you can get the nuts off this intake, the best way to describe it, there's like a steel clamshell that goes around this rubber intake because it's so long, and you have to take the clamshell off and literally bend the intake one way as hard as you can so you can get to the one nut, and then bend it the other way so you can get to the other nut. It's ridiculous. But, I mean, I remember working on these things 40 years ago when they first came out.
I'm going to step out real quick and feed the cat, who is still meowing relentlessly.
Well, no, she knows what she wants, but she doesn't.
I'll
which
let
is
you
typical
continue,
cat.
and then
been
John
So,
has a segment ready.
I checked everything was vented, including the engine breathers. And this is a very, very important thing for people to understand. There's a lot going on inside your engine. There's bits moving up and down. There's bits spinning. It needs to be able to breathe. It needs to be. It builds up a crankcase pressure. And if it can't breathe, it can actually stop the engine, because it builds up so much internal pressure. And smaller engines tend to be more susceptible to this than larger engines. Larger engines that produce so much power, if they build up crankcase pressure, they're most likely to just blow the gaskets out and they'll just piss oil everywhere. And it's quite spectacular when an unvented engine lets go. I mean, it lets go.
And they just vent the atmosphere, right?
Yeah, it just pours oil out. Oh, well, engine breathers, yeah.
Just in general.
Well,
Sometimes they vent to the intake, right?
They used to.
Oh, because of
They used to.
emissions.
So because of emissions, oftentimes they'll vent to
Like the air filter, right?
the air filter.
Yeah,
So
okay.
it can. It's very, it's very sort of. What do you want to? It's very
Circular?
it's very nepotistic. You're kind of sucking on your own juices. We're just starting to get involved in PCVs for bikes now. PCVs have been a thing for cars for years. What a PCV is positive crankcase ventilation. It's a little one-way valve. So basically, the engine can push out excess gases, but then the valve shuts so it can't suck air in. Because if it's kind of breathing, as engines do, if you imagine there's lots of pistons going up and down, your engine's like in, out, in, out, in, out. If it's sucking in as much air as it's pushing out, then you're kind of defeating the object. You want it to be able to push that excess air out and not introduce more air that it has to push out. So hence a PCV, and they go into the intake. This one had a very, very small engine breather that went into a charcoal canister because it's a California bike. And for those of you that aren't used to California bikes, for the last 40 years, you don't have anything like carburetor vent lines, engine vent lines, venting to atmosphere. They all vent into a charcoal canister, which sometimes is activated. There's a little valve that's activated by intake. So when you start the bike up, the suction your engine produces opens a little valve and opens everything up. Sometimes it's just like charcoal in a box. But it keeps the emissions down. They're always suspect because if you have a charcoal canister that feeds the engine, that feeds the carburetor and feeds the fuel tank, and often that's the case, you only need one charcoal canister. If you overfill your fuel tank, the neat fuel comes down the vent and it gets into the charcoal and it basically makes it a sludgy mess and it can't vent anymore. And that's quite common. And the only cure for that is just take the charcoal canister off and dry it out. And this can be a process that can take days.
Can you just like chuck it?
You
Not in California, darling.
Okay. Well, what about in the Republic of the Recycle Garage?
Yeah, I mean, it's basically you can chuck it. And, Harley Davidson are very kind about where they put their charcoal canisters. It's where you can just cut it off and cut the lines and then you're done. The only thing, you need to be knowledgeable about what type it is. Because if you just chuck it and yours has got a vacuum up activated valve in it, you need to plug that vacuum line.
Because your vacuum would just be sucking
otherwise
atmosphere.
Suck into atmosphere. Other than that, you can get rid of them. Unofficially, of course. Officially, you must keep them. So I suspected that, but it wasn't the case. And I said to the gal, I said, is this a brand new carburetor? Because it looked new. And she said, yeah, it's brand new. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to pull it anyway. Because everything I did to the bike made it a little bit better. And I pulled the carburetor off, and I looked at it, and I'm like, God, that float height's not right. Every carburetor has a chamber at the bottom, which is called the float chamber. And it is an amount of fuel that feeds the various main jet, idle jet circuits and the choke jet circuits that basically power the bike. And it needs a certain amount of fuel in there. And it's operated by a float and a valve. And you need to set them quite precisely, because if you don't, they run like a three-legged horse. Now, remember, this was a brand new carburetor. And it was set in such a way that was probably a fraction of the amount of fuel you needed in the chamber of the carburetor. So, of course, when you gave it the beans, it was running out of fuel, and it wasn't able to replenish the fuel enough. And so it... And then that. So... a lot of larger bikes have an adjustment, and you can just adjust a little tang. This one didn't, but I know how to adjust them. And you adjust them, there's a little brass fitting that you hit with a hammer, and you change the adjustment with it. And so I basically set that, and as soon as I saw it, I thought, that's her problem. So I put it all back together, and I said, well, do you want to give it a try? Because we had all the bodywork off. And she went zipping off like a bat out of hell, came back, all smiles, said, oh, yeah, that's it. She said, this thing's got more power than it's ever had. Cool. She took it up Laurel all the way to the university.
Up the hill.
Yeah, Laurel, and then...
quite close to
all
here.
the way up.
Yeah, and then,
up to
Mission
UC?
Up to UC.
Bay,
and she said, Mission and Bay, and,
Is it an 80?
Yeah,
and she went riding two up. And they both came back grinning.
That's awesome.
CH80.
Speaking of which, this is like, for those who don't live close to here, they probably climbed 1,000 feet in the first 5 miles.
Yeah, it's uphill.
Like it's an up.
It's uphill.
Not 1,000 feet.
No, not 1,000 feet.
It's up though. That's funny. Well done, Emma.
Like 100.
But yeah, it's
to the rescue. Well done.
It's quite a grade. It is quite a grade. And of course, I used to drive buses up and down there. Mm-hmm. And when you're coming down, you better watch it, because you've got like 40 or 50,000 pounds. And that will get moving very, very quickly.
Not a problem.
And the speed trap.
Yeah, and there's always a speed trap at the bottom. There's a little S curve. And the amount of novice drivers I see driving heavy vehicles around there, and of course they get down to the S, and they're going too fast, and the brakes don't work because they've burnt out their brakes.
Oh, and you even fixed Mikey 3 times bike today, too.
Well, I diagnosed it better. And I mean, I confess, Mikey 3 times bike arrived at the shop.
Which one?
The
Which
Captain,
chopper?
Captain Crunch.
Ah, yes.
And it wouldn't run, so I got it so it started and ran. But I'm not strong enough to actually ride that bike. It's very, very heavy and very, very awkward. And frankly, it's terrifying. And I got it, and Liza heard it. Starts right up, it revs great, does everything great. And so I thought, yeah, this is good. So come and get your bike, Mike. It's fixed. Anyway, he called me up yesterday, and he's like, bike's as bad as it was before. And I said, oh, shit, I'm sorry, mate. I've got to ride it. I've got to be brave and ride it. So I said, bring it down the recycle garage. And I rode it. And I'm like, shit, that's not carburetor. That's the coil. And so I said, look, straight away, you need a coil on this thing. Its ignition's breaking down. And it feels like a coil. And knowing Harley's like I do, he'll put a coil on that and it'll run like $1 million.
I'm glad that you were here because those are both things that nobody here would have been able to identify without fumbling upon it.
And this is what really counts for longevity in any trade. Life isn't a popularity contest; it's an endurance contest.
That's the truth.
And I've been doing, this is 2024 now. I've been a wrench for 44 years. No, I haven't. I've been a wrench 46 years.
Wow, you really
1978.
So you really started late in life.
Yeah. Yes, I did. I was 90 when I started. So 46 damn years as a wrench. And, it's just knowing what does what. Like this jigsaw I was telling you about that I had to fix the harness.
And I just want to point out, she diagnosed a custom Harley chopper and a old Honda scooter 80 today. There's the range.
The custom chopper was easier than the scooter because I haven't worked on a fucking Elite 80 for 40 years. I mean, the shop I worked at, I used to work at this tiny little Honda shop in the royal town of Sutton Coldfield. It was terribly posh. We sold lots and lots of little commuter bikes because, England's quite crowded. And we always did very well in the autumn. Because people would go on the holidays and they'd go to Spain or they'd go to, Mallorca.
Thailand.
Or not back then. This is the 80s. Or they'd go to Italy and they'd rent a scooter.
And have a great time.
Think, this is the best way. So they'd buy a little scooter when they came home, not realising that riding it around Birmingham in the pissing rain is not quite as fun as riding it around the island of Ibiza. Nevertheless, we sold a ton of these things, and they were little problematic bastards. And so the CH80, the CH125 with a pop-up headlight, we did really well with those. And what was the other one? A lot of the 50s. Always a lot of
the Yamaha, the Riva.
Yes, and the Hondas, because in England you could ride those on your car driving license, so you didn't need to display L plates or anything or take any kind of test. But no, I mean, and you just you look back in your memory. How did I fix this? So this jigsaw with no spark. The diagnostic was the kid was riding along and it stopped on him. Now, for a fuel-injected bike, for that to happen, it's pretty traumatic. This is trauma in the wiring harness. To kill a bike that's running, because, normally you get a bit of a misfire, you get, it's running shit. If you're riding along and it just stops, it's bad.
As opposed to like just a fuse or something.
Right.
It's normally not that.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So the bike had been sitting for a couple of years and you'd switch on and it'd crank and crank and crank and crank, but it wouldn't start. But the fuel pump in the tank wasn't priming. The thing is with Suzuki's, it's like, why is it cranking? Because if there wasn't power going to the kill switch, it wouldn't crank. Because if you flick the kill switch off on a Suzuki, it won't crank. So I knew there was power going to the kill switch. So I had to figure out where the brake was, and it just happened it was broken in multiple places. And it's typical Suzuki. And what they do on a Suzuki with a full fairing, and V-Stroms are notorious for this, there's this cage that holds the fairing on. It's a big wide cage, and it encroaches everywhere. It goes up to the mirrors, and your mirrors are the top mount for your cage, and then it goes down. The headlights are inside there as well, and it holds the bottom. And so it's a nice solid platform for your fairing to bolt to. Well, it's also right in your line of sight in the cockpit. And if you've got an instrument pack in the fairing, you don't want to look down at this cage and have this fucking rat's nest of wiring everywhere. So what Suzuki do is they stretch it around the edge of the cage. So when you look down in the cockpit, all you're basically seeing is the top of the front fender. You know, you've got a nice visual.
Oh.
And it's nice and clean, and the wiring's stretched around the outside. The problem is it abrades on the corners. And because the wiring's armor plated on the outside, you can't tell. It's internal. Oh. And it's just knowing that. And it just so happens on this bike, there were multiple internal breaks in the harness.
So this is like multi-strand wiring, the strands breaking inside the insulation.
Yes.
Oh.
Yep.
In
Yes.
multiple
Wow.
wires in multiple places.
Yes.
What a nightmare.
And, you know, but I think he rode out. He rode out, and he was the happiest guy in the world. I was the happiest gal in the world, because when I found that brake and I ran a bridge wire to the ECU, to the kill switch, and I heard that fuel
You
pump
heard it
crying,
spool up.
I was like, Emma's happy, Dad.
That's a happy sound.
Because I knew it was going to friggin' start.
Well, you made a lot of people happy this week. But
I make everyone, I try to make everyone happy.
I'll tell you something else that makes people happy. Traveling. And this is our opportunity for our shameless plugs.
Yep.
John.
So here's our Motorcycles and Misfits calendar.
Schedule, as you will.
So we got a few things coming up here. So mark your calendars. January 30th through February 4th is the Misfits Desert Hare Rally
Yeah.
Yes.
in Johnson Valley.
Organised
Johnson
by
Valley.
our very handsome Jim Stark.
Yes. that
Jim,
is
tell us a
true.
little more.
Okay, so another recap. So this is a gathering, so it's just come as you are and camp. So I'm going to be there. John's going to be there also Tuesday through Sunday.
Scottie's going, right?
No, I'm here. I got
couldn't
work
line
stuff.
it up. And it's camping on BLM land, so it's open desert. It's a lot of fun. The riding is quite varied, as both of you can attest to. Everything from sand, obviously, to more hard pack stuff, to rocky stuff, to technical riding. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's got everything. If you want to go 80 miles an hour down a slightly swerving dirt road, it's got that. If you want to
Go on a dry lake bed.
go on a dry lake bed that's made entirely of cocoa powder silt, it's got that for you. If you've got, I mean, it's there, it's all there, and like weird, rocky, awkward things.
Well,
that
and
are
a lot of
super
trials
fun.
riding.
What's the
fun.
what's the weather going to be like, Jim? Do you need to wear your woolly knickers?
It could be mild and
Likely, yes.
lovely. It could be cold as fuck. So, for example, I look next week. I think the low was like 20 something.
So dress like an onion.
And bring
Yeah.
firewood.
Be prepared. Yeah,
Lots
be
of
cool.
firewood.
Be kind. Be firewood. And I do
Okay.
have one surprise related to that. I will show you.
Should
Yeah,
people bring
wait.
their Should people
Oh,
bring
is
their
this
guns?
the thing you said?
Yep, firearms.
Why are you taking your pants off, Jim?
Oh.
It's my banana.
Wait.
Oh no!
Jim's-
Oh, look at
Oh,
this.
we got shirts.
Oh, that's a cool
dang.
shirt.
I wish I was going just to get that cool shirt.
Where do we get a
saw
shirt, Jim?
that. Stay rad. That's nice.
Come to the event.
Oh, right.
What?
So the
sick.
only way to
Looks
get
good.
that shirt is
Cool
if you go
shirt.
to the event.
There might be a few other ways.
But nevertheless,
All right, so if you're interested in this, email, hit us on Facebook, Instagram, or at recyclegarage@gmail.com.
Motorcyclesandmisfits@gmail.com.
Sorry, I
I will
was-
send you to the right place.
it's
Okay.
So
it's
we
a
don't-
great scene. I wish I was going.
Emma, I'm just going to stop you now. We don't have time to plug every single thing, so
Okay.
he's just going to rattle them off.
April
okay?
18th to 21st, the Misfits Hollister Rally.
Yeah.
Go to it.
Check out breakingawayventures.com. Stumpistan is May 30th through
Yes.
June 12th. Please sign up. You can go to a differentagenda.com for that. Chickistan is September 15th. Chickistan +1, actually. Right? Because you're bringing spouses, no?
Yes, you are allowed
Or
to bring a
significant
male
others?
companion.
September 15th through 28th, a differentagenda.com. And Peru, is that an open thing?
There is one spot open still in Peru in April. April? May? April? Yeah, something like that.
So where do they find out?
vintagerides.travel.
All right. That's our calendar. So
No, it is not.
Oh, I'm sorry. We have the Dolomites trip, which is
June. I need to check the dates. The Dolomites training tour is the end of June, I believe, June 23rd. So it's the last week in June. And then we have Castles and Curves, which is the second week in July. You can pick up all the details at Leod Escapes. Just go
how
to
do you
the
spell that?
Leod. Leod Escapes. Go to the Misfits training tours. You'll see them both. It's a fantastic time. I will be on both. I guarantee you will come back a better rider. I don't care what level your riding is at right now. You will be a better rider by the time I'm done with you.
So we've got desert, we've got dirt and adventure, we've got traveling to Peru, to Pakistan, and to Europe. You can pretty much do anything.
Vintage Days in July.
And Vintage Days in July. And Bagel.
And I am bringing back an event for the Top Dead Center Scooter Club this
What,
year.
the dance off pants off?
No, the Rim Run.
Oh
is
my!
Just as good.
back. We are
AKA
going
the
to
toss my salad run.
We are riding up to Crater Lake.
Oh,
And we're going to ride around
that's
the
that
wall
makes
of the crater.
sense.
Oh, you're going to Crew to Luke.
Yes, and this is going to be July 19th to the 21st.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, we haven't set all the events and websites up yet, but there will be information eventually.
But
And,
that is for scooters only, isn't it?
preferably for scooters, but we could make exceptions if somebody wants to come along.
Will there be typical scooter
to,
games?
to get the scooter experience.
Will
but,
it be clothing optional?
I'm sure there are parts of it that
Only
will
in the
probably end up
rim.
being that way.
Only- oh.
God! Oh no!
we will be camping. So
That's
Oh,
rimtastic.
cool. How do people find out about that, Bagel?
we don't have a website up yet, but I will
Send it to me,
let you know.
motorcyclesandmisfits@gmail.com. I'll forward it to people.
And the weather should be glorious in Crater Lake in July. So sounds like
yeah,
a
it should be amazing.
good scene to be had for all.
Yes,
All right,
yes.
cool. Well, guess what?
What?
It's game time.
Oh God!
It's been a while since we've had a good game.
Is it going to be Miss Emma versus the world again?
This is going to be Emma versus everybody.
Oh God! Why do you do this to me?
To make it fair.
That's
Okay,
not
that's
fair.
Would you like to have somebody on your team?
No.
Pick me.
Yeah, come on, me and Johnny versus you lot.
Oh, I can't play.
No,
All right, sure. You and John against Scottie, Jim, and Bagel.
We got this, Jim.
Oh yeah, totally.
Okay, Bagel.
Okay,
I want Johnny
So-
I'm
Fire.
gonna throw my shoe at Emma.
so
You call him Johnny Firepants?
Johnny Fart Pants. Yes.
Farty pants.
all right.
It's more like it.
So this game is similar to, remember, Name That Tune?
Yes.
Okay. Except it's not at all like that. It's like that in that you guys are going to have to bid to see who's going to be able to play. So, and this game is, I have lists.
What?
Wow.
I'll explain. I have lists of different models of bikes.
Yes.
So on the first one up, I have a list for every BMW available in 2024.
Yes.
So this is everything on the 2024 BMW website.
Okay.
The whole catalog.
So, and again, Emma and John
Just in the U.S. or Europe too?
U.S.
Okay.
Emma and John against Scottie, Jim, and Bagel. So you guys as a team now have to tell me how many models you think you can identify, how many you can name. I'm going to tell you that for BMW, there are 39 individual models listed. And for this entire game, this is anything that is offered that is street or off-road, okay? So think of all the different types of bikes that are
So it could
offered.
be same model, different CCs.
Well,
trim packages and all that stuff.
but
yeah.
according to their site. So what I need you guys to do is think how many of the 39 models you think you might be able to name. And I'm going to start, Emma, with you and John. And you guys are going to bid, and you're going to bid up. And whoever bids the highest gets a shot at naming them. Okay? When it is you win that bid and you get to name them, you
like
only
spades.
get 3 strikes. If you name 3 models that are not on the list, you'll have 3 strikes, you're out. And if you do not list as many as you say you can list, the other team has an opportunity to steal, and all they have to do is name 1 on that list
So in each
to get the point.
Okay, well,
Each
listen,
variant is
So-
different bike, or is there just one bike? Like,
This is BMW.
No,
You're
all-
doing
all the models.
Okay.
Every
BMW
variant.
models. So how many BMW models do you think you can list?
I'd be confident with 10.
10. Okay. So Bagel, Jim, Scottie, how many BMW models do you think? Can you do more than 10?
No.
No.
No, I couldn't.
No?
all right.
Okay. So Jim and sorry, to Emma and John, you have to name 10. If you pause, I'm going to start counting down from 10, so you'll only have a 10-second pause. If you name a model that is not on this list, you get 3 strikes and you're out. So
Okay.
All right.
I am ready. Start naming models. You have to do
Okay.
10.
F800 GS.
Okay.
F8.
Hold on. F800G
9, 8, 7, 6.
is not available in 2024.
Oh,
Strike 1.
okay. F900R.
F900R is not. Oh wait, is on the list. F900. No. F900R. As it is, I got it. Sorry.
God.
It is
Yeah.
on there. I got it. There's a lot of models here.
Okay.
Correct. Next one.
F900 XR.
Correct. 2.
Okay. R. God, I think they're probably up to 1300 now. R1300 GS.
That's 3.
R1300 GSA.
Is not listed.
Oh, wow.
Strike 2.
Okay. R9T.
R9T is listed. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4.
S1000RR.
That is correct. That's 5.
S1000XR.
That is correct. That's 6.
So they still got those. Let's try. God, I don't even know if it's still around. K1600 GT.
K1600 GT is there. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 7. You need 3 more.
So R9T Pure.
R9T Pure is listed.
Great.
R9T
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Scrambler.
Correct. That's 9.
There's one more R9T. It's just the classic, but that probably was the first one I said. So let's skip over.
There's got to be an 800. We've just got to figure out what 800 it is.
What are we missing? So people are screaming at their stereos right
You
now.
just need 1, 2, 3, 4,
Need one
5,
more.
6, 7, 8. Now you need 1 more.
I wonder if they. Oh, I bet it's a 700 still in America. F700 GS.
That is strike 3.
There you go. Okay.
So, Jim,
Can they steal?
Scottie, Bagel, can you name any BMW in the lineup for the win?
That's not on their list.
10, 9, 8, 7.
Oh, an
Six.
R. The RT.
Yes, 300.
R1200 RT.
They don't make the 1200 anymore.
It'd be our
What Bagel said.
1300.
PS
RT.
300.
How many strikes do they get?
So,
3
They
strikes,
should
right?
only get one.
no,
Yeah.
One
so
chance to
it's a strike.
steal.
So no points to anybody.
Yeah.
It's a 310 GS. It's not a 300
Oh.
GS. Bagel, I thought for sure you'd come in with one of the 3 scooters offered.
Oh, well, I didn't think you were including scooters.
Why
so
not? Why not?
Well,
I said
because
every
it's a
category.
BMW
I
range.
said every category.
So answer me this, Liza. What is the 800 range now?
No, it's 850s.
Oh, so there's no 800.
No. And the 750, there's a 750, not a 700. So what you missed was the R1250 RS.
We missed R18.
M1000RR, M1000R, M1000XR, K1600 GTL, K1600 Grand America, K1600B, R1250 RT, R1250R,
Wait a minute.
S1000R. You said 12.
I said K1600 GT.
She did say that.
And you
Oh,
gave me-
no, so that one is crossed off. I'm reading the ones.
Oh.
Yeah, that didn't get crossed. G310R, R18. Just R18.
Okay.
R18 100 years, R18.
Oh, yeah, I forgot the
Classic.
R18s, the big
So you've got
ones.
the R18s. There were some more. The R12, R1290. You missed the R90 Urban GS and the R90 100 years. There was the R1200 GS and the R1200 GSA. The F850 GS, F750 GS, the G310, and then the scooters. Okay, no points.
Ooh, not
Wow.
good.
Ooh.
Modern bikes. What are you going to do?
Yep.
Okay, so let's go. Same teams. We're going to go to Suzuki. Suzuki.
All dirt bikes and everything, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Every
Dirt bikes, scooters.
motorcycle. I did not include e-bikes
Okay.
or four-wheelers, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So, John, I'll
thought
ask you this time.
Oh, it's us?
Well, I'm
Let me go to
asking.
them
No,
now?
I'm asking you
Yes.
because we're bidding. How many Suzukis do you think you can name?
This is just like spades. I'm looking at Emma. I'm going to say 12.
Ooh,
That's a high number.
I know.
But we'll give it a try.
I think we'll fold.
you're
I don't know.
folding.
Do you think you can do?
Bagel, how are you feeling on this one?
One.
Bagel's got the
Yeah.
burden.
I'm banking on Emma being the Suzuki whisperer here.
But you could start at 2, and then we would say 3.
Yeah,
Yeah, but they didn't. They
Yeah,
just
you started high.
went
Yeah,
for
you
it.
So you're
started
going
high.
with 12?
Yep.
So why don't you run down some of
All
the
right.
dirt bikes?
DRZ 400.
Yeah.
DRZ 400S.
Okay, hold on. Let me get the
DRZ 400 SM.
So hold on. So the first one you said?
So DRZ. It's DRZ 400S.
Okay, hold on. I need you to be specific.
DRZ 400S.
DRZ 400S, yes.
DRZ 400 SM.
Right.
That is, yep, 2.
I think the
DRZ
DRZ
400E.
No, that's done.
Is it?
I think
That's a strike.
Oh.
so. I think the DR650 is still in the lineup.
Yep.
I need specific.
DR650 is pretty specific.
Yeah, DR650. They never made a motard version of it. I think it's. Do they call it the SE now? I don't
It's
think
the
so.
S. It's the S.
It's the S. Yeah.
I thought the SC. I thought you were right with that.
So I'll give you that. It is the S, okay?
What are the
That's
dirt
3.
bikes? What are their designations?
RM125, RM80.
Hold on. Are you listing these things?
Yes.
All right, so you're saying the first one is what?
RM80.
RM80 is strike 2.
Okay.
What's your next
I
one?
bet it's an 85 now.
It might be, but I wouldn't call that one.
Is
Not
that your
sure about
answer?
that. No.
No.
Don't take that your answer.
RM125.
Yeah.
Hold on. Is that your answer?
Yep.
That is strike 3.
Ooh.
Maybe
Which
they're not,
means
maybe they're not called RMs anymore.
It could
which
be.
means it's going to go to the other team.
Jim's
Can you
gonna. You
name
should.
any Suzuki on here?
How about a GSXS 1000 GT?
That is correct.
So you get the
You get
point.
the point.
What are
What
the
about the
Suzuki?
V-Stroms? I was going to say V-Strom. I was
Well,
even
so-
thinking about my own bike.
You forgot about all the boulevards. So the RM is an 85.
Yes.
RM85, RM250, RMZ 450.
Yeah.
So they don't make a smaller, like 100 class.
No.
So
What
it's
are the
like
V-
an 80 up to a 250.
What are the V-Stroms
That
now?
doesn't make sense.
You got
800s.
V-Stroms.
Are they 1,000 or like 1,050?
No, they're
kind
bigger.
of thing? They're bigger.
they're
Everything's
bigger
bigger
now.
now.
Wow,
Yeah,
there's so many here.
everything's
So Hayabusa.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
Has
GS
anybody seen one of them?
We've got the Katana, this SV650, couple versions of that, Boulevards.
All the
SV650.
boulevards, the
V-Stroms.
V-Stroms.
How did we not think of the
I
SV650?
know.
What are the scooters on?
Well, you know, I mean,
Oh,
Bergman 200.
there you go, Bergman.
because Mr. Farty Pants said 12, so we needed to pick off the dirt bikes before we got into the meaty stuff. Not my fault. Okay, well...
Okay, all right.
We're still taking the point.
All right, are you ready for the next one?
I think so.
Okay, this next one, and we're going to start the bidding. Scottie will start the bidding with
Oh,
you.
my word.
0 motorcycles.
Oh.
And there are 8 models. How many do you think you can name?
3.
3. Emma and John, can you do better than 3?
Less than 3.
Yeah, I can't do better than 3.
I can't do better than 3.
Okay. Name that bike.
Oh, by the way, there is a DRZ 125L.
On their site?
Yep.
Well, I went
I hope
through.
you feel better. We're still taking the
hold
point.
on. Did you go to the U.S. site? Because I went specifically to U.S. sites.
SuzukiCycles.com.
Settled business.
Yeah, I don't know, but I went.
We
through
was
the US
robbed.
We were robbed.
site. Okay,
That's
so
Zero's
3.
got-
You got 3 0 models to name.
Good luck with that.
I think I know one, but you go
I
first.
think I know the SRF.
That is correct. That's 1.
Bagel?
I think
There's the SRS.
That is correct. That's 2.
One more for the game.
Is there an FX?
That is correct.
FX. Yeah.
That is 3. Ooh.
Bada bing, bada boom.
All right, so
job, team.
you missed
Good
the
job.
S, the DSRX, the DSR, the DS, and the FX.
We just
No,
decided
we didn't
not to
miss 'em.
mention those. Yeah.
Okay. All right, we got 2 more because this is going so well. We'll start the bidding again with Emma. KTM.
Oh, God, no, I'm terrible with...
How many KTM models? I will tell you, on their website, there are 60 models.
60?
60.
6-0.
60.
That's insane.
That's insane.
60.
There's no dealer
Models.
that could touch
They're like Taco Bell. They got the same 4 ingredients and just
Yeah.
keep mixing it up.
I think 3.
I mean,
I'm
that would
saying
be
3.
so hard
So you're
as a dealer.
starting your bid at 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, to this team.
I don't know. I just don't know the exact nomenclature.
Yeah.
Like they've got.
You know, 3 might be ambitious, Liza.
Yeah.
Well, this is you guys. That's why you start
Three's
low.
a good one
This
though.
is
That's a
good.
good. Let's see.
All right,
Let's
so
think
can
for
you
a second
can you
though.
do this?
I mean,
Can we each think
like
of
we
one?
can just say 4, and if we fail,
Yeah, 4.
we fail.
Okay, 4.
We throw 4.
Okay, can you do better than 4,
Think we can do 5?
John and Emma?
No. I
Oh,
I
come
don't think
on.
I could even do 3.
All right, we'll stand
Oh,
pat.
really? You want them to name that bike?
Yes.
All right, let's
so
do it.
4? Wow, out of 60?
It's the nomenclature.
Okay, okay, all right.
Oh
Are we
yeah.
starting? Okay.
Okay, let's
How
go.
about the 500 EXC?
So the 500 EXC.
He said EXE or EXC? Cat or
It's not complete.
Strike.
Oh, that's not the whole name.
Okay.
Strike 1.
So if you can add the final, if you can finish that, I'll give you the point. If not, that will be a strike.
Unless y'all know, but no.
We could just pick a letter and
Yeah.
throw it on there.
R.
EXCF.
Yes, that's
Wait, did we both get it? Is there an EXCF and an EXCR?
That's not even
hold
right.
on. So that was the which one was that again?
I don't remember.
Which
500
500 EXCF. That is one.
EXCFR
Dang.
apparently. Yes.
Better be
Oh
lucky.
wait,
It's
and
better to be
you're
lucky than
saying you're saying what, Jim? Is that a guess?
Yes.
500 EXCR
yes.
is a strike. All right.
Ooh.
You
Wait, F? We thought we were going with F.
It was
though.
F.
Yeah,
it was
I know.
F.
That's
that
what
was
we
it.
were going with.
That was it. You got that. Then you said R.
No.
That was another guess.
What is
Sorry,
this like
Jim.
when you
Sorry,
fuck up
Jim.
with
I
a G?
asked you specifically, are you guessing that also?
I thought it was
Yes,
the
for
That's
a
same.
one
letter. I
strike.
just threw out R.
Whatever.
Yeah, that's all
So
right.
now, what's your next guess?
It's a push.
You got 3 more.
A little Duke. Like a Duke 370. It doesn't feel right.
I need a guess.
450 EXCF.
450 EXCF is not on the list. That's strike 2.
Can I throw out a random guess?
Yes.
1190 Super Duke.
That is a wonderful guess, but the 1190 was
bigger now. Yeah,
discontinued
it's like a
like
12
10 years ago.
12 something.
So that is strike 3. Oh, this is interesting.
Yeah.
Emma John, can you name a bike?
A KTM.
Let's see. Let's do the 1250 Adventure.
Is that a full enough name, though?
I don't know.
I don't. That's.
Wait a minute.
Is that your guess?
Oh no.
Let's do a 300 EXCF.
No, I don't think they do a 300.
Not anymore.
I think it's a 350.
I need a guess, guys.
350 EXCF.
That is correct.
Oh, my gosh.
Point to us.
I was going to
Wow,
march
for the
down. I was going to go
steal.
500, 450, 350.
Also,
Yeah.
But the 450 threw me.
what'd you say, the 1050 that was discontinued a long time ago?
The Mega Super Duke thing.
And you made up a number of 370. They all
But,
end with 90.
You know,
So it was a 390 Duke, a 250 Duke, a 790 Duke, a 990 Duke. There's
don't they do an
Dukes
adorable
all still
little
end with 90?
200 now?
you forget about all the adventures. So most of these are dirt bikes. There's so many different dirt bikes.
Well, you know,
But where you got close was there's XCFs, not EXC, or there's XC. Yeah, there's so many versions, or just XCs.
Oh, yeah.
But you did an EXC. It was a wrong. It just wasn't.
It's all
There's
for
so
but you
many
know, I
letters,
tell you
it's
what,
gobbledygook.
hats off to KTM. Because, you know, everybody grumbles about Harley. I mean, having like 2 basic bikes and just stretching it out as much as they can with 2 basic platforms.
60 bikes.
KTM are exactly the same. And their
And
argument...
that's not counting
because
Gas and Husqvarna either.
yeah,
because-
really, exactly.
their argument is these are very specific bikes to a
right.
very, very specific job.
We have
So,
one more,
Okay.
and the one I'm excited about. They're bringing back the SMT with the 890 motor.
well, that'll be fun.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, I know. All right. So this last one is Honda.
Okay.
Oh, my gosh.
So I have 53 models.
How does Honda have fewer models than KTM?
I know,
That is amazing.
because dirt bikes.
yeah.
And a lot of those were like they have kids' dirt bikes. We didn't even talk about the free ride is on there, electric. So,
How many, John? I mean, my brain's kind of locking up
Yeah,
now.
mine is too.
yeah. How many do you think you can name?
10.
10. Okay. Can you guys name more than 10 current model line Hondas?
No.
I couldn't. I don't know if between the 3 of us we can come up with 11. But
I'm sure there are so many people yelling
Yeah, they are.
at their
I'm
speakers
sure.
right now.
comment.
Well, what gets you is it's 2024 now.
That's
Not-
it. Yeah.
It's
You
not
know?
every model Honda's ever made.
And we're getting down to
I
the
know.
we're getting down to the
I know.
letter.
Yeah,
so-
exactly.
So name that bike.
Okay.
All right, so you have 10.
So there's the Navi.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
That is one.
CRF 450.
That's when you know we're in trouble. They start
Yeah.
the
Hold on,
Navi.
Sierra 4.
50L.
Hold on. Yep, got it. So wait. Nope. Hold on.
They discontinued that?
No, you don't have it exactly right. I'll give you one more chance to correct that.
I said CRF 450L. What am I missing?
No, it's not. It's CRF 450R.
RL.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's
Well, then
two.
there would just be the CRF
Wait,
450R. Right.
And then there's
Hold
the
on. Wait, what's your next guess?
CRF 250R.
Yes.
Yeah.
3.
Well, then the CRF 250RL.
That is
No? Oh, they
No,
did a
that's a
300.
strike.
It's a 300 now.
right.
Yeah.
So
So-
what? What are you going to change that to?
To 300.
I need the full.
CRF 300RL. No.
That is strike 2.
It's just the L? Jeez.
How about
So you want to try and finish that one off?
no, you need to be well, you can continue
You
with
have two
strike
strikes.
Go ahead, Emma.
Just pick something you know for sure, right?
Monkey 125.
Monkey. Yes. So that is 4.
Yeah.
CB500X.
I think the X is dropped, honey.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's not a guess then.
Okay, I need a guess.
Rebel 1100.
There you go.
That is correct.
Rebel
5.
Rebel 300, right?
And there's the Rebel 1100 DCT.
That is 6.
There is the...
Rebel 300.
There you go.
That is 7.
We've got
There is the
Africa
Rebel 500.
That is 8.
Africa Twin.
Africa Twin.
I need the
1100
Africa Twin. That is correct.
Africa Twin.
So that is 9.
Africa Twin DCT.
Is not listed as a separate.
What is it, an option?
It is not. It's listed as an option.
We should get a pass on that.
I'm giving you a pass on that.
Okay, so what are we up to?
9. You
9.
need one more.
GL 1800.
Also known as.
Goldwing.
That is correct. That is 10.
Well done.
Nicely done.
Not surprised. When I heard
but I mean-
Honda was it, we were in trouble.
Well, but the thing is, it's a tougher game than things. Oh, yeah, it's this. But you've got to get the nomenclature
Yeah, that's right.
And that's why I knew I was dead in the water with KTM. You can picture these bikes, and I know KTM do this darling little 200.
So
But I don't know the fucking nomenclature. It's like a pretty little orange bike.
I believe the score was 2-2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give a tiebreaker right now, and it's going to come down to if Bagel can name the 3 Honda scooters, I will give you an extra point.
Oh.
You're not including the Navi, right?
Nope.
Okay.
These scooters listed in the scooter category.
For 24.
So there's the there's the Honda Metropolitan.
Yep, that's 1.
There's the PCX 125
That's 2.
and the ADV 150.
And unfortunately, Bagel, it is now an ADV 160, so the point
Es igual.
is equal.
Oh,
it's
I'm
an ADV
sorry.
160.
I'm
Played,
sorry.
everybody.
Do they
tough, though.
Yeah.
do Honda still do the Venza 300?
Not here, I don't think.
God, it's terrifying.
US.
Absolutely
There's less
terrifying
amount of
thing.
pass-
Does
pass
85
list
miles
around.
an hour.
Oh, that's nothing.
It's plenty on a fucking Venza.
So that was a good little game.
Yeah, wasn't it? Yeah, that was fun.
Well done.
But quite
Well curated.
tricky. John, I'm so glad I had you in my corner, Mr. Farty Pants.
Didn't I? CB500X was there.
Well, I was the one who poo-pooed
Yeah,
it.
that's right.
Oh, so they still do it.
I know.
Ruckus.
And it is interesting
ruckus.
how, the 450 has an R and then an L, but the
Well, you got the other one with the
300
RR.
doesn't.
What is a
You guys forgot all the cruisers. You forgot all the Shadows,
What?
the Fury. You forgot all.
No, we didn't forget any of them. We're just trying to pick off the one.
Sure.
Ones that we knew, yeah.
Yeah.
So, what are Spanish bikes doing on this list?
Which one?
It says Montesa. On
Montesa Cota.
Yes. Their
That's a Honda?
Trials bike.
They're run by Honda?
No, it's their model of the Trials bike.
The Honda Trials bike in the
It's
US
called
in
a Montesa.
2024 is called the
Yeah.
Montesa.
Yeah.
all
No,
right.
read the full name, Emma.
The
Montesa Cota 4RTRT 301RR.
That is what it's called.
wow.
You're right. It's a Honda.
Yep, there you go. So, that was a little game called
is.
Name That Tune. I spent
Wow.
my COVID time typing out every model of bikes on the site.
Time well spent. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I wanted to get to a couple things real quick. Can you hand that to Emma, please? And I will give this one to you to hold on to. I've got this one. Real quick, I wanted to mention, because we're running out of time, Dakar is on. This is, I believe, day
that's right.
3
Yep.
of Dakar. I recommend following it. It is fascinating. And we've mentioned this before. Remember we had Mohart here?
Yeah, we
Thank
should
you,
grab him
Scottie.
back in here.
It's because it's not just bikes and quads, but trucks and big trucks and cars and everything. It's amazing. And this one is in Saudi Arabia. So today they hit the dunes, the big dunes. And already, they've already had a lot of people knocked out from injuries and crashes and flat tires. I mean, it's been really rough. There's a lot of different ways to follow it. The way that I follow it is actually through Red Bull TV, which is another streaming channel. It does not cost. And every day they do really good recaps because it's sponsored by Red Bull.
Right.
So there's all sorts of recaps there kind of showing you the highlights of every day. You can also find a lot of people like Mohart, people who are running it themselves, who are posting on their YouTube channels or their Facebook. There's a woman who's posting on Facebook I've been following, talking about how hard it's been. So Dakar's happening. It's 2 weeks. So we've got 2 more weeks to kind of review this. So I just wanted to give everyone.
And Mo's definitely over there, right?
No, I don't think he is.
He's at home.
He's at home.
No. Remember, he had to mortgage his house
That's right.
to get there.
Yeah.
But this is some of the best riding. But you get F1 drivers in these cars, and then Audi is out there with the electric again, which is pretty cool. I mean, there's
an electric motorcycle out there too.
Is there?
Mm-hmm. I forget what brand it was.
Ooh, and you get a lot of these Chinese companies.
Yeah, Kove's running it, right?
I haven't found Kove yet, but a lot of different brands really being put through the paces and tested out, and all these characters like Toby Price and Sam Sunderland, and I think there's 3 Americans who are running kind of in the top players, not just privateers. So go check out Dakar. In response to our list, we were talking about last week about the what is the golden era, and I had talked about. I think we're coming into it with all the tech. Well, our friend Dave Osterday said, "Hey, the hybrid bike was mentioned, but how did we miss the hydrogen bike?"
Oh yeah, the H2R.
In my opinion, the hydrogen is a smarter solution than battery, at least for cars. And I think I have been discounting hydrogen. I think we talked about it earlier.
Just hang on a minute. Yeah, because I want to give everyone the straight dope on hydrogen.
Yeah.
Hydrogen seems very, very delicious, and essentially you can power a full-size car from a hydrogen fuel cell that could fit in the armrest, and it's fantastic. Hydrogen's fuel cell vehicles are electric. It's just the hydrogen powers the generator. Big problem, number 1, infrastructure.
Yeah.
And the reason why hydrogen will never take off in America, and it breaks my heart to do so, is we can't have the infrastructure. Is it because we have a recessive government? Maybe that's part of it. But the trouble is, America's its own enemy because of the amount of real estate. We are big. And when you get out west, there's a lot of distance between spots. And just putting in a hydrogen infrastructure, yes, Bagel?
Well, I wanted to mention there's some very interesting things that they're doing in Europe about that.
Well, I was coming to Europe because Europe is the ideal place for hydrogen because it's a lot more compact. Mm-hmm. Generally, there's a lot more money going around from government-funded sources in Europe. And I think the point I'm trying to make is just because it works in Germany and Austria and Italy doesn't mean it would work here in the States. I like hydrogen. I love hydrogen fuel cell vehicles. I've driven one. They're amazing to drive.
And I was talking to Josh today who in the garage because he visits the Middle East a lot, and he says that they are investing because we're keep talking about getting out of gas and oil. They are investing in hydrogen a lot there. But just going back, the reason I did not include it in all the tech is because in America, as you're just saying, it's not as big of a topic here.
Strangely enough, here in the Bay Area, there's been quite a push for hydrogen stuff, and I see it's the Mirai.
Mirai, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mirai.
Toyota, yeah.
I see quite a few of them around, and because we've got the infrastructure here in the Bay Area, but there's just a small. The Bay Area is almost its own country.
Yeah, I don't know. I have a different understanding of it because when we talk about hydrogen, there's 2 different types of hydrogen that we need to talk about, blue and green, blue being this whole thing. We don't need to get into that, but the time to refill is comparatively short to gasoline. And just because you can refill so quickly, I can imagine it being a lot more broadly and widely adopted across the American West than electric, because it just doesn't take so long to recharge.
But I'm going to tell you the elephant in the room when Bagel has his say.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. So here's the interesting thing that I had heard about is that because there is this traditional infrastructure that's needed for liquid fuels like gasoline and diesel, our minds want to replicate that for hydrogen. That's not necessary, because what they've done is they've created mobile hydrogen generating units at filling stations that produce the hydrogen on site. This can be done through electrolysis with solar panels, and with an electrical supply, you can produce hydrogen out of water. And it doesn't require a fuel supply, doesn't require significant transportation. It just requires the equipment to be on site to be able to produce it. So there are some interesting options with hydrogen that you don't get with other fuel sources.
Well, everything's being developed. The second thing I was going to say about hydrogen, and it goes back to hydrogen in its liquid form, is it is quite labor intensive and quite environmentally greedy to produce hydrogen in liquid form. It takes a lot of energy to make it. So it kind of almost defeats the object of it being environmentally friendly, because in order to get liquid hydrogen, you've got to expel all this energy. It's like to make Prius batteries, it's the same thing. You've got to have all these coal-fired furnaces to make these friggin' Prius batteries, so they kind of cancel each other out.
It can be done cleanly, but it is highly inefficient.
Right.
Put it that way. Yeah.
Two men walk into a bar. Bartender turns to the first man, says, "What can I get you?" And he goes, "I'll have H2O." Okay, gives the man his drink, drinks it up. Turns to the second man, "What can I get you?" He goes, "I'll have H2O too." Gives him his drink, drinks it, and he dies.
Foaming at the mouth.
Ho, ho, ho.
So I didn't want to go into detail. I was just explaining why we didn't include it. But we have some more emails to get to.
Well,
Emma, you want to get through this one?
Yes, I love this email. Hi, Liza.
Hi.
I'm working my way through your old podcasts. On the last one I heard, June 2021, you are quite a way behind, you were looking for a solution to too much donated riding gear at your place. If this is an issue, I have an idea. Could you suggest that misfits in the eastern half of the USA send or bring their gear donations to our shop, and we will give it to new or cash-strapped riders just like you do?
Didn't we read this email?
Well, no.
Okay.
I may have talked about it.
So we don't sell any gear other than helmets and gloves, and it would be nice for some other items to come to our fellow riders who might like to ride in something more protective than a wife beater and flip-flops. For our European listeners, a wife beater is an undershirt.
Yes.
Often made of string, always with ketchup and mustard stains.
Very popular
on
in
the front.
Italy. Italy loves it.
Oh, yeah, they love their wife beaters.
In Kentucky.
So, more protective than a wife beater and flip-flops, but who are having a hard time with a high price of new gear. Our boss, Chuck, and you know what they say, don't fuck with Chuck, says he won't give out used helmets, but everything else would be welcome. I work for a small independent shop in Horsham, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
We're not a co-op. This is our only means of support. We can't give our labour away, but we do work on bikes older than what the dealers will touch. Our cut-off age is 20-ish years for many metric bikes, though we do take in some older projects during the winter, and we will go quite a bit older on Harleys. Sounds like my kind of place. So if anybody on the eastern half of the US wants to find a good home for their gently used riding jackets, pants, hoods or gloves, they're welcome to send it here, and we'll make sure it's available for riders who need it. So, thanks and Merry Christmas.
The name of the shop again?
And this is from Stephanie. And when I give out the name of the shop, sometimes you've got to read between the lines. As far as I'm concerned, if there's a shop out there that wants to give away gear to riders who need it as a service to the riders, I think this is a shop you really need to give your custom to, because it seems like they're pretty honest cats.
Yeah.
So this is Bikes Built Better. 133 Horsham Road, Horsham, Pennsylvania, 19044. And you can reach them on area code 215-672-5888.
And that's in eastern Pennsylvania, not far from Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Right,
if you're in Philly and you need your bikes working on, why don't you take them over to Bikes Built Better? Because it seems like it's a good, nice, honest, high integrity shop to go to, and that's a great idea. And I wish more bike shops would step up to the plate.
Exactly, and that's why I wanted to highlight this. And I messaged her back and said, I first recommend get an empty shelf and an empty rack and put up a sign that says we take donations, because as we have learned here, everybody has extra gear. Everybody has extra gear, and they just would love to have a place to give it to. And there are so many people who can use it, but being that hub for getting free gear, and I was able to give away a bunch of free gear again today, but I take in more than I can give away. So I appreciate them stepping up. I wish more shops would do the same.
Well, and it's something I always wanted to do at Mototown, and I've always been so strapped for room ever since I've gone in. But, New Year and new attitude, and I think moving forward, I'm actually going to release a little bit of real estate in the shop.
Well, you don't really have room, and you don't really sell things.
Well, yeah,
already.
but for a lot of my clients, especially the ones who haven't got much money, I would like to have a little rack in there just with some items. And I just say, hey, if you need a jacket,
You're welcome to them.
Take one, and then I get a lot of military customers who are getting deployed and giving up their bikes, or, and it'd be nice to offer this reciprocal service. So
Great.
I'm going to try and offer that service as well.
I appreciate that. All right, Bagel, you have one there?
I do. An email from Ike4. Ike writes, "Hey, Misfits. So I had a guy come over to pick up our dryer to fix it.
Right, well, where's Ike from?
Ike's from West Texas.
Dang!
That infamous hill country we were talking about.
He sees my motorcycles in the garage when he pulls in. I tell him I'm no good with appliances, but I do work on my bikes. He then tells me that he used to race flat track and cross country and all sorts. I said, sounds like you're a regular Steve McQueen. He said, no, but have you ever heard of Malcolm Smith? I replied by telling him I own I own on any Sunday on DVD, so yes. He tells me Malcolm was ruthless in a race. He tells me he met Malcolm and raced against him in Oregon once. Said Malcolm was ruthless in a race, and it felt like a Roman chariot race at times. Who'd have thought an appliance repairman living in West Texas once met and competed against a legend like Malcolm Smith? Shiny side up, you misfit creeps. And Miss Emma, stop eating in the microphone. Love you guys. Ike from West Texas.
That's great.
I gotta stop.
Right on. You creep. You curb creep.
Thank you very much, Ike.
Misfit.
That's
All right, we
awesome.
got one last one, John.
Cheers, Ike.
Yeah. So this is from Randy.
Hey, Randy.
Hey, Randy.
Doesn't say where.
Do you know what Randy means in English?
I do.
We do.
We do. I'm quite.
I don't.
Anything like Fanny.
Really?
It means you're horny.
Oh.
Yeah, in fact, we used to. Did you know up on the west side at the Marine Lab?
Yeah.
They have a dolphin pool for marine biology.
Yeah, I've been to the underwater little viewing area.
And do you know where they get a lot of those dolphins?
They steal them.
No, they come from places like SeaWorld. They call them the Randy dolphins that can't be in the parks. Get sent to marine
Oh,
biologist
they're too frisky?
labs. Yeah. Well, they're either too frisky or they keep grabbing people's phones. But yeah, they said, well, we get the Randy dolphins sent to us.
Oh, cool.
There you go.
Radio.
Wow,
So
okay.
anyway, meanwhile, Randy,
yes.
who may or may not be,
I'll make you Randy, baby.
yeah,
Yeah.
he may or may not be horny,
Or a dolphin.
or a dolphin.
Maybe don't.
Wow. It'd be cool if Randy was a dolphin.
Wouldn't it be great coming to you from the bottom of the sea?
We're getting
So
punchy.
what's our dolphin friend have to say for himself?
I've been an ardent fan for years now. Love it. Your segment on the next motorcycle you would buy got me thinking. I would love to get my hands on the highly rated Yamaha T-Max 560 Tech. Unfortunately, they're available in every country on the planet except here in the States.
Of course.
Wouldn't it be great to get Yamaha to bring the T-Max to the U.S.?
So let me ask you, I have a return question. Yamaha here in the States has the X-Max. What's wrong with the X-Max?
Because it's not a T.
Well, I mean, no, really. I
What's the
wonder.
difference between an X and a T?
So I think the
Where
T
you
was
put the
like...
crossbar.
That is a good question.
About 6 letters.
The X-Max is...
it's a maxi
a
scooter.
292, and the T-Max is like a 550 or something, I think.
560.
Oh, good looking bike.
560?
Let me see that thing.
It's kind of a maxi scooter, isn't it?
So,
Yeah.
yeah, they got the 300 here.
It's not as good looking as a
It's a wee
Bergman.
bit pricey.
Yeah.
Or is it a racy thing?
I don't know. I'd say because has the Bergman been a big seller, the big Bergman?
Well, you see, there it is. It
I don't
never
think so.
has. And
Right.
the... do you know they did a darling little Bergman 200?
They still do. It was on the list.
Yeah.
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 Really?
Terrible seller.
In the
The
US?
Bergman 650, awful seller. And the 400 wasn't exactly a great seller either. So, I don't know. I mean, these big urban scooters, America's a funny bunch in terms of consumer.
Right?
But there is a die-hard core of people who love the Bergman, especially the 650s.
Right?
But I'm
Yeah,
saying
but
this-
just
this
not
is
enough.
Retailing for like 8 to 10,000 pounds, so it's at like 12.
How big is
11
the...
grand US?
I got the list by my feet.
That's a lot
The
of dough.
BMW scooter, the big one. Is that a 650?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So I think just it's not a market. It is weird. It makes no logical sense
Right.
that here in the U.S. nobody wants the big displacement scooters. The scooter is a scooter, and there's a purpose for
It's
it.
the land of Harley
Sorry.
Davidson here, though. I mean, you know.
And if like just converting the T-Max thing into US dollars, it's still $13,000 for a scooter.
I mean, it's a lot of money for this thing.
Yeah.
It's cool looking though. It looks comfy as
It looks
heck.
neat.
That could be your next scooter, Jim.
Yeah,
Well, there you go.
I'm getting
commuter.
Elite. I'm going Honda Elite.
I think that brings us back around to full 2-hour show. We made it. Emma, again, thank you today. You were a rock star. in
Well,
the
you know, I
garage
wanted to
today.
make up for not being here last week.
Yes.
And I know what's going through your mind. I have been spending a lot of time with the Jameson. And I know maybe at the back of your mind, you think, Emma's going back to the Jameson. And I'm
No.
not.
not in the back of my mind.
No, good. Well, you don't. I mean, I'm helping Stacy get it back on its feet because it lost its way a little bit. And as soon as I'm done with that. No, Sunday's a Misfits Day. You know, it's a Recycle Garage Day.
One last thing.
Yeah.
I would just Emma, your glasses are adorable.
Oh, they're
Yeah,
banging.
new frame's looking
We
great.
love
yeah.
the new glasses.
Love it.
Adorable.
Well, Liza's got round glasses on as well, but hers are a little more meager than mine. I got new glasses, Bagel, and they're circular.
Nice. I can't quite see from here, but
Okay, I'll send you a selfie.
alrighty.
Oh, my word.
Do you remember Dieter from Saturday Night Live? Dieter with the
yes.
sprockets. Yes,
Now's
I'm
the
doing
time
a
to be
Dieter
dance.
today. Yeah. This is my friend Klaus. He's angular and beautiful.
So, what do you guys think? Should we try that game again? Should I
Sure.
start coming up with some
Oh,
other
God, no.
brands?
No.
I thought it was funny that, like, that what 0 has 8 models. Name them like, oh,
Well, no, it's the same whether it's 8 zeros, 60 KTMs, or whatever. It's the nomenclature. And you were being sticky for it.
Yeah, you were.
well, there's a reason that I did not use Harley Davidson because I don't think anyone would get
oh, no.
anything correct.
What, the FXZYRTWDND?
Yeah,
Good job.
Yeah, the
That's
Dungeons
a-
and
yeah.
Dragons
R.
version. Exactly. Hey, I hope everybody is getting through. This is the middle of the winter for a lot of people, and everyone's hunkering down, dealing with the storms. This is when I remember when I lived in Boston. It's like January. You're like, I've made it into the middle of winter. But you're like, this is the hump. Now you just got to get over. and get into like March, where you get those false days that seem to be hopeful, and then you get some big snowstorm. Weather's tough out there, but hey, just live vicariously through us and know we are out riding and having fun.
Yeah, but
and eating Seabugs.
Sure
All
that's
for
real
you.
comforting.
We take it. We do it all for you.
We do it for you. We're doing
It's not
it
for us at all.
for you. Exactly. All right.
I mean, if Liza ends up with botulism and food poisoning, it's all for other people, Liza. I mean, that bag of scum that
She's a martyr.
your sea bug parts were floating in. And then it was
Scotty, you
just-
want to go back?
Oh, absolutely. yeah, I'm taking
All right,
the
let's go. I'm
family,
hungry.
Like we're in. Yeah.
Exactly.
My
All right.
God.
So big thanks to everyone, our Patreon subscribers. You are the best.
Yes.
Emma, you've got some work to do.
Yeah, I've got some Ask Miss Emmas to get through. So thank you for being patient with me. I've been quite busy and stressed at work. So I've got a couple of things I need to get through, but I will be answering them this week. So if you're waiting for an Ask Miss Emma answer, please bear with me. I promise I will answer you.
Exactly. And is there anything we want people to email us about? I still want to know, just going off of last week, what's going to be their next bike and why. I'm very curious about this. There's a lot of new models and stuff that I'm still kind of like curious about. Like we haven't even really seen the new V-Strum at all, but I'm like,
It's nice.
I've got curiosity. I'm
Yeah.
curious about all that.
I want people to write us and just tell me their name and where they live. I love it. I love stuff like that. I love the idea of listening to us in Texas.
Would it be better if they just turn on their webcam and let you just watch them while they're...
Oh, that'd be
doing
good
I like
too.
the idea of
Preferably
name,
in their bath.
hometown, and what is good to eat where you're from.
Ooh,
What is
good
known
one.
for?
What is your live to ride to eat food?
Food and
There
ride.
it is.
Ride
Oh,
and
That's good.
That's what we want to know.
And I'd
Send
love
us-
to hear from Randy. But like, what is your actual next bike? Because you can't get the one you want.
Yeah, exactly. So yes, I want to know what do you.
I
live
want
to
Randy.
ride
I want
to eat?
Randy to tell us whether he's a dolphin or not. Because if he is, you've got
email.
you haven't got hands. You've got fins, and you can't ride a
gonna
scooter.
get the
You
email.
silly dolphin.
Send us your emails to motorcyclesandmisfits@gmail.com or recyclemotorcyclegarage@gmail.com or through the Patreon site or through our website, motorcyclesandmisfits.com. They all come to
So many options.
yes.
Or just
exactly.
yell really loud.
Yeah, just whistle and we'll come.
Just whistle.
I'd like to announce the winner of tonight's fight.
It's shoo.
It's all you listeners. for
Yes.
hanging in. Thank you very much.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year. Thanks for sticking with us. I think we're ready to get out of here. Thanks, everyone. This is Liza.
Stumpy John.
Emma, darling.
Scotty.
Make it, Jim.
Bagel.
And we are out of here.
Cool.
Cool.